Pigeons. These birds have lived among us for thousands of years, with the oldest known images dating to 3000 BC in Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq. Today they can be found in almost all urban areas across the world, and have an estimated population of 400 million worldwide, which is growing rapidly. For many of us, these birds are a part of our everyday lives. However, they evoke a wide range of opinions.
Don't like them.
Don't like them.
Dirty.
They're just rats with wings, aren't they? That's what we say.
I like pigeons, but they can be a nuisance in areas like this.
I don't like birds at all. They freak me out.
Oh, they're all right, but I mean, people feed them, they gather around you, you know, that's when they come and they go over your head and you maybe get a mess over your head.
I think they're really cute. I love pigeons.
It's a great thing actually because, you know, it's nature, it's natural.
They're just, I don't know, they're little street chihuahuas.
Food and sex, that's all they're interested in.
So how did pigeons develop a reputation for being so dirty? Well, they can carry fungal and bacterial diseases, which can be a risk to people with weakened immune systems. However, these can also be found in any animals, including our pets and the meat we eat. Even in saying that, 99.9% of pathogens that are carried by animals will not infect people, making the threat from pigeons very small.
There's too many of them now.
Too many.
If the numbers aren't managed, then they can make a lot of mess.
Yes.
A lot of money is spent in pest control of these birds. In the past few years, money spent on pigeon and seagull control has almost doubled, from £452,000 in 2013-14 to £830,000 in 2015-16. The main reason for this is the damage that they cause to buildings with their faeces and nests. Methods used to control the population include spikes to stop them from landing, hawks sent out to hunt them, and marksmen employed to shoot them. The law states that the latter method should only be used once all humane forms of control have been tried, and there is no other option. Despite the annoyance that pigeons can cause, they hold many more positive qualities than we realise. In fact, pigeons are actually one of the most intelligent birds in the world. They are one of few animals who can pass the mirror test, which means they have self-recognition, a trait also seen in dolphins, elephants and chimpanzees. They can also distinguish between two different images when rewarded, recognise all 26 letters of the alphabet, and they can tell the difference between faces. These birds also possess numerical abilities on a par with primates. Amazingly, a 2017 study found that pigeons can discriminate the concepts of space and time by getting them to judge the length of a line and how long it was visible for. With all these skills, it is a shame that these talented birds had developed such a bad reputation.
In the ancient times when there were no postmen or there were no courier services, so in India they say that the pigeons were
messengers. They used to put a locket in there, like up in neck, and they used to put a letter up there and they just send them where they want to.
Throughout history, pigeons have been used by humans as symbols of gods, as messengers, pets and war heroes. Pigeons have been used as messengers for humans for thousands of years, with the earliest large-scale network of communication being established around the 5th century BC in Syria and Persia. Since then, they have been used all over the world to deliver important information and the results of sporting events. In both the First and Second World Wars, they were used as messengers sent across enemy lines and for intelligence gathering, in turn saving thousands of lives. As a result, many pigeons were awarded honours by the British and French governments and were viewed as heroes. In today's world, people mainly use pigeons for sport and as a hobby. Pigeon racing is a sport which involves releasing trained pigeons and waiting until they return home after travelling a measured distance. While pigeon racing is traditionally a British sport, in recent years it has become increasingly popular internationally.
There's different methods to flying pigeons, you know, but the way I keep them, you do a lot of road work with them to try and get them fit. You put them in a basket, and you load them up, put them in the car and take them wherever you're going to take them, you know. When the birds go away, they get a wee rubber ring put in them, like when they come back you take the rubber ring off, it goes in there and you strike it like that, and that records the time. And then they can work out the velocities for there, and your winners are worked out for there. So I'll send somewhere probably between 5 and 10 every week. There are some people send 50, 60, 100. There's no limit to how many you can send or how little you can send. It's entirely up to yourself. There's a lot of people actually had to give up because of peregrine falcons at their loft. Every time they let them out, it's devastating. So they just stop. In Britain it's getting less and less and less. But it's not that popular now. Between hawk problems and what do you call it, the Xboxes and things like that, very few young people taking it up. I'm quite fortunate with the people about here, they quite like them, but there's a lot of people that have a lot of problems with neighbours and things. We have pigeon moots, they call them, you know, where we all just turn up and gabble away about pigeons and, I've got to be honest about it, get drunk. If you get too fond of them, keep them like pets, you'll not send them, you know. My dad and 2 uncles had them before me, so I've basically been with pigeons all my life.
What do you like about pigeons?
That's a good question. I enjoy the sport, and it basically it takes a lot of your time up, so it puts its time in. You know, it's a hobby that's quite involved.
Another sport involving pigeons is dew fleeing, with participants known as dewmen. Dewmen will release their pigeon with hopes of the bird attracting a mate and returning to the ducat, where they will keep them. This is a traditionally Scottish pastime, and despite its popularity, it is not very well known to the public.
It's just a hobby, it's a flying hobby. It's for sending birds out to steal other birds. That's what it's really about. It's all sex orientated. A male goes out to find females, females go out to find males, and the best one brings it back in this hood here. Once it brings it back, the hood goes out it, and then it belongs to me. You don't always catch them, because the other guy's birds can be clever as well. I had one of these doos this morning sitting there for about 3/4 of an hour. I never got him, he went home and he stopped to do.
Do you get any other dewmen who are angry at all at points?
Sometimes. Some guys just can't accept it, and some guys think you're cheating. So then they ask for a tackle, which is you put all your birds in a box, put them in a case and give them to somebody else for the 3 days, and then they come back once they know they've got the 3 days in them, and then you tackle against each other. Some people think you're not putting enough in your birds, like 3 nights. As I say, on a Sunday they're supposed to have 3 nights in them.
And do you keep all the ones that come back?
No, they go to my friends. Whereas they're called dealers. They'll go to your dealer, or somebody else can fly them, because they're not good to me. I can't put them back out, they'll just go back to whoever's local here, whoever I catch off of. Most of them are horsemen. She's a horseman pouter, horseman pouter. She's a horseman pouter, he's a horseman pouter.
Do you have any favourites?
No, they're no pets. No, they're no pets. Some of them work better than other ones, but they're no pets for me. They're working birds. A lot of people keep them as pets. No, there's a lot of grievances. There's guys trying to keep their birds as pets, but no for me. A lot of people think they're just rats and wings, don't they, because of the wild hawkers. And some people didn't hear it. They didn't want me to have birds at first, but they came round. My 3 neighbours are brilliant, mate. It's just good. There's a good buzz when you catch one. When you take one off your opponents, it's fun.
Do do you wish more people knew what dooming were?
Well, it would help. It would help with the rats and wings. And it's a good sport. It keeps guys away from trouble. See, when you get the younger boys into it, instead of hanging about the streets with the rest of the gangs or the mobs, it's good in schemes for likes of that.
As you can see, pigeons have had a long and interesting history, and these birds possess more intelligence than many people believed possible. With more studies revealing the depth of their knowledge and skills, hopefully the world will stop viewing them simply as vermin and begin to see them for the fascinating creatures that they are.